Show, and I'm Natasha Yee. This is actually JV's wife and mom, Natasha Yee. And they were talking about my eyebrows on the morning show the other day, so they wanted me to do a tutorial on eyebrows. I wouldn't say I'm like a makeup connoisseur, but she is the eyebrow queen. They're not on right now, which is like a horrible example, but I'll put some pictures in the vlog. We're using the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. For like lighter complexions, like both of us, we're gonna use taupe, but they have like ash. You said you used one, so it's a little too dark for you. The only thing about this is that you need to practice it a lot to get it right. It's basically clay, so it doesn't cut it. You know, it can get chalky sometimes if you don't apply it correctly or like nicely. So you have to practice a lot. I've been practicing for a long, long time, which is what I was telling her that I'm like at my eyebrow prime. Don't look. Okay, so we're gonna get started. Like I said, I'm using the Anastasia Pomade Dip Brow, a color taupe, and this is the Bobbi Brown Brow Groomer. It has like the brush. The brush on the edge, and then the miracle brush. The miracle brush, right? So I'm gonna get started with Natasha's this side. You don't want to get too much because then it looks like a crayon. Like it will literally look like not consistent. So you want to get just like a little bit on, but enough to still draw on the brow. So that's where you want to start the bottom line. Like thick and dark, like all the way to the bottom, and you just follow the natural shape of your brow. Like you said, that's the natural shape of her brow on the bottom. Just follow that like a line, like a crayon. There's no really method for that. And then you do the same to the top. You're just gonna follow it like that, and you want it to end like at a really pretty point. Even if there's hair around, like don't mind the hair that's like shouldn't be there. Okay, so you see that how like on the top there's not as much hair, but you can draw it on, like it's not a big, I didn't know that. I didn't know you can draw your own shape or your own eyebrow until like a while ago. Okay, so you have your outline, and that's what you're gonna use to just like fill in basically. The last part you wanna do is the inside. Don't worry about the inside yet, because that's kind of the hardest part, really. And then the edge, you fade it out. You wanna get it as like pointy as possible. You bring the top down and you bring the bottom down to the point right here. You want it parallel up like to your nose, but kind of like the inner ridge of your nose, and you have to like taper it out. Like start very light and then go deeper in, like go harder as you go. What I do sometimes, if I go too dark, I just wipe it and it'll make it look more tapered. So this is like the secret. This is what I barely learned like last year. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get like a really fine brush. I'm using MAC 206. And you're gonna get a really light concealer, like the lightest color you have. Because you're basically gonna like outline your eyebrows. This is the really vital part for your edges because this is how you're gonna make your edges look like they're super pointed by bringing the two concealer situations together. Oh, Natasha, you're gonna die. Step is to highlight your bottom brow bone. So I'm gonna get that same concealer brush that I just used. Get a really light highlighter, like the lightest highlighter you can get. This is actually an eyeshadow, but it's really nice and light. The bottom, like your arch right here, you just put like a little bit there. And tap the rest out and blend that out. You don't want like your whole brow highlighted. Well, I don't, some people do, but I want just the arch part highlighted. There you go. All right, so just to recap, first we brushed with the brush. We did the bottom pretty thick. You do the top pretty thick. Make sure you have like a nice arch, whatever arch you want. Fill it all in. The edges you're tapering lightly at first, and then you're bringing it out. You're getting your concealer and another fine thin brush. You're outlining the bottom, outlining the top, making sure that your edge is super fine. Outlining the outer edge a little bit and tapering that out. Blending everything really well so that it doesn't look like it's just, you know, one color. And then lastly, you highlight the bottom brow bone. So I'm gonna do her other eyebrow off camera, and then we're gonna come back for her final look. All right, so this is her final look. What do you think, Natasha?
I like it.
They're just like, they're a little bold. They're more bold than But I think they look really great. The color matches you perfectly, your complexion, and like, I think they're not too much.